In this video, we're going to go over example 11.15 from your book. If you'd like to follow along, open the Better Chapter 11 Classwork.xlsx workbook from My Courses and click on the What If worksheet tab. In this example, we're going to do a quick what if analysis by altering the down payment and seeing what the monthly payment and the interest paid would be. Basically, the point of this is to find out that it's so much easier to do this with data tables, Scenario Manager, or even GoalSeek, which we're going to be studying in the next videos. So let's start with the down payment of 0, and let's go from 0 to 10,000 in increments of $500. So I'm going to type the number 0 in cell D2, and then the number 500 in cell D3. I need to select both of them, otherwise I would fill only zeros or only 500 down column D. I'm going to grab that fill handle and just pull it down until my tooltip says 10,000. Now let's calculate our monthly payment given those down payments in column E, given all the other information about the car. So I'm going to click in cell E2, and I'm going to click Formulas, Financial, and then PMT. So my rate is going to be the 3.75%, and that is not going to alter, so I'm going to use my F4 since I'm copying this formula, and then I need to divide by 12, so /12. I'm going to do the same thing with the N per. In the N per, I'm going to click on the number of years as 5, and I'm going to use my F4 key, or just type the $ to lock that down, because I don't want to change that cell. I don't want it to change as I copy it down column E. Then I'm going to multiply that by 12, so asterisk 12 to get my 60. Now, in the present value, I'm going to type a negative sign. I'm going to open the parentheses. I'm going to click on the $25,000 cost of the car, cell B2, and I'm going to use my F4 to lock that down, because I'm not going to alter the cost of the car, but then I'm going to subtract the down payment in cell D2. Now this one I don't want to use the $, because I do want the down payment to change from 0 to 500 to 1,000 as I copy this down the column E. So I'm going to close up my parentheses, and we can see a monthly payment of $457.60. I click OK, and now I can just double click that fill handle, and I've calculated my monthly payment given all of those down payments. Now let's calculate the total interest paid. So the total interest paid is going to be the sum of all of the payments minus the amount financed. So this is going to be a little bit complicated. I'm going to type an equal sign in cell F2, and then first I'm going to calculate the total of all of the payments. So I'm going to open my parentheses. I'm going to click on the monthly payment. Now that I do want to change as I copy that formula down. I want the monthly payment to change from the $457 to the $448. Now I want to multiply that by the number of years, so I'm going to multiply that by cell B5. Now I only have one of cell B5. I don't want that to change when I copy the formula down. So I'm going to lock that down with the $ using F4 or just typing the $. Then I'm going to multiply that by 12. So I've just calculated the sum of all of the monthly payments. The monthly payment multiplied by the number of years multiplied by 12. Now I'm going to close that off in the parentheses. I didn't really need the parentheses, but I just want to separate the amount paid back from the amount financed. Now I'm going to subtract the amount financed, which is the amount borrowed. So I'm going to open up the parentheses. I'm going to click on the cost of the car. Now that is not going to change, so with cell B2, I'm going to use my F4 key to change that into an absolute cell reference. Now I'm going to subtract the down payment, and that will change so that when I do not want to use the dollar signs, I'm going to close up the parentheses. I'm going to hit enter. We see $24.55. I'll click home and click my dollar sign to get that as dollars, and then double click, and I can see the calculation of my interest. Well, that took a lot with the relative and absolute cell references, so we can see later in this chapter that with data tables and scenario manager and goal seek, we can do our what if analysis a little more easily.